Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
Hey y'all, this is Ronimal with TilluRide, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment on the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Tune in with your host, Brandon Morrell, on the SportsGuysPodcast.com and anytime on iHeartRadio Podcast and on THWN.org.
And welcome inside the Backstage Pass. Of course, the brand new week is the first week of October, and looking forward to a little bit of R&R coming up here in a few weeks. Of course, never too early to start planning for Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that good stuff out there for you guys listening in the Bay Area. KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Our friends at the Sports Guys Podcast.com, powered by that very website, and of course THWN.org, and out there anytime at iHeartRadio Podcast. Of course, some great shows coming up over the next few weeks, including the legend, the myth, the man himself, Grand Ole Opry member Marty Stewart, coming up here on the program after a great concert the other night. And of course, our thanks to Kenny Wayne Shepherd and Bobby Rush for having us out at the Golden Nugget the other night. Pleased to welcome in a lot of guys. This is going to be the biggest interview I think I've done with 6 members of the group that you guys have to hear about here on the Backstage Pass. TilluRide. I love the name of them too as well. The guys join us here. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
What's up, man? Thanks for having us.
We appreciate you being with us. So I tell you what, Ron, I'm going to start right there too, because I love, first of all, your name. I just love that Ronimal. I love that too at the same time. Hey, tell us a little bit about you guys here on the Texas charts, and of course, coming together to form this group here, a little bit of backstory, and just how you guys kind of met and got together to form what is now TilluRide.
Right on. So it started about 3 years ago, a little bit longer than 3 years ago, but not much. It was myself and Dave, the lead singer, and we just kind of got together and we're like, hey man, let's go ahead and put together, a legit band and let's see what we can do. Let's move forward. Let's not just try to do it on a local level. Let's take it all the way. We've all been in the music industry for quite a while now. In and out of bands, and some of us have gone a little higher than others, and some of us just keep grinding along at certain pace. But overall, we started building the band, and we had Jesse on bass, who was one of the original guys, and then we had a couple other guys along the way that just weren't quite the fit or the piece. And so intro Johnny Ray Blackwell, the 6-string gunslinger, brought him in there, and he started, slashing it up pretty good and saying, hey, he was a more of a bluesy rocker metal kind of guy. It still is at heart, but has this very nice, beautiful, clean sound that can get raw and nasty when we need him to. And then we were like, well, man, we need another piece of this puzzle. What can we do, And so we found Deuce Jocko, straight out of Louisiana, and he's a keyboard, guitar, drums, anything it's an instrument, he can play. And we actually were in a studio recording some of our first cuts that we did about 3 years ago. And so about a year later, we go in the studio, and Deuce is the engineer in the studio. And I looked at him and I was like, hey man, I said, you want to do this with us? That kind of thing, And he was like, oh, yeah. And so first, it was kind of bringing him in as a sound engineer. And I was like, no. We're going to bring him in as a full-time player. And so now introduce Jocko, rhythm guitar / keyboards. And then we had Leon Jeffries, who plays rhythm guitar. I skipped past him because I didn't put his face on here. He was right after Jesse, right before Johnny. And then just recently, I would say, 3 weeks ago? Is that right, Johnny? 3 weeks ago, Jesse? Yeah. We brought in Cody, and he is going to play rhythm guitar and backing vocals. So we're going to actually be 7 strong. And, we've had some pretty decent success with our first single that we put out, Beer Don't Care. Rose to #1 on the Texas country music charts in 14 weeks. And we now have our second cut, Guitar in My Hand, that is now at number 21 as of last Thursday on the Texas country music charts. And, man, we're pretty stoked and excited. And we really appreciate you having us on to kind of, talk about us and, push us out there to all your fans and whatnot. But at the end of the day, the name TilluRide, me and Dave are skiers. And so we were in Colorado and I was skiing. And Dave's like, that's a cool name. And I'm like, yeah, that's a cool name. We'll just drop the I and put in a U, so Till You Ride. And, that has a lot of different meanings if you think about it. But we'll just leave that to the imagination. But till you ride a bike, a motorcycle, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I love that. You talked about that. And everybody does their part. And, of course, this is the largest band I've ever had here on the show, which is a good thing, too, because everybody brings something different. And, Jesse, talk a little bit about this because everybody is so, kind of entrenched in what they're doing and, brings something specifically, whether it's background vocals or playing select instruments, things like that. And I love that, variety is kind of the spice of life. And that's what you guys are all about, too, and having fun with your music, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, Ron was saying, like me personally, I just play bass. I try to sing, but they keep me off the mic all the time. It's like, go stand over there in the corner by yourself. Play. I was okay. But like background, like my background, I used to do Tejano music. That's where I started all my music. Then I started getting into a little bit of a rock and roll and, and all the other cover tunes and stuff. And like I said, I got with these guys a little while ago, like about, 5-7 years ago, maybe. And they took me out of this one band I was with and got with them. And been a great move, to be honest with you. And I love it. I love these guys. The guys are great. Like I said, Johnny, the guitar player. Ron, he can play his drums like, it's loud and heavy, which is awesome, because there's a lot of drummers out there that play soft, or at least where I came from. And then Cody comes in and he's a screamer. Ain't that right, Cody?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go!
I tell Cody had some influences on some rock music growing up, so that's where I was going next as far as influences. Cody, tell me about that. Some like the rock or classic rock, or maybe some Ozzy or something like that. Give me some of that background music growing up.
Yes. So growing up, first song I ever learned it was out on an acoustic guitar. My dad was not going to get me an electric, so I got an acoustic guitar. First song I ever learned was Iron Man. So Ozzy, Black Sabbath, those were like my first influences into music. And for the last 3 years, that's what I've been doing is cover bands and tribute bands. And I've also had, doing my own stuff, but, the guys that I was with didn't want to go anywhere with it. So then 2 weeks after I was about to take a hiatus, Ron gives me a call and I joined. And I love every single one of these dudes, man. Like after 3 weeks of being with them, it's like we've been together for a year. I mean, the connection's good and we feed off of each other so well. What I love the most too is we communicate without saying anything. We can look at each other and just know what we're going to do. It's awesome.
I love that too. Well, we got to play some music here too. Ron mentioned that one that went to #1 there too on that TIII report. We'll have a couple of those today too. Of course, the guitar in my hand is at number 21 right now. And Beer Don't Care. I never knew a night where it did care. Here it is from TilluRide on the Backstage Pass, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and our friends at the SportsGuysPodcast.com, and, of course, iHeartRadio Podcast, and THWN.org, presented by Barkley Music and Media. Back in a flash. Stay tuned.
Not show up at all. It won't complain if you can barely walk. You can be broke or you can be rich. You can buy 24, 12 or 6. No, beer don't care if the party goes all night long. Don't care about the pictures that are on your phone. It don't even give a damn if you don't come home. I swear, beer don't care. Middle of the day, it won't judge, it don't discriminate. You can be shy or pool party loud. All it wants is a Coke and Crown. No beer.
Hey, y'all, this is Nashville recording artist Trey Calloway, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and stream anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio Podcast and on thwn.org.
Are you looking to increase your online presence? Are you searching for a new logo or company branding? Have you been considering more ways to reach the world with your business, ministry, or church's message? Barkley Music and Media is an award-winning design company that utilizes the latest technology while keeping the integrity of over 30 years of customer service. Web design, graphic design, multimedia, video editing, voiceover, commercials, logo design and branding, photography, and much, much more. See portfolios and testimonials online at www.barkleymusicandmedia.com or contact them today at 502-382-8299. Barkley Music and Media, your connection for the best in multimedia. Call today, 502-382-8299, or go to www.barkleymusicandmedia.com. Barkley Music and Media, integrity, technology, and design. www.barkleymusicandmedia.com.
Hey y'all, this is Nashville recording artist Sunny Sweeney, and you're listening to the best in music and sports, the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org. You can also listen anytime on iHeartRadio Podcast.
The Caden Gordon Show is a 2-hour show playing the best in country music. So check it out at thecadengordonshow.com. Again, that is thecadengordonshow.com.
Hey, this is country music artist Wynn Williams, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream the show anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio Podcasts. You can also listen on thwn.org.
At JK Subaru, our business is more than selling cars.
We're a family-owned business with family-first values.
If it's important to your family, it's important to us.
Like giving back to the community and supporting local businesses.
Whether we do business or not, we will always remain friends.
Our promise is to treat every customer with dignity and respect. More than a car dealer, our people make the difference. JK Subaru at the airport.
Hey y'all, this is country recording artist Jay Webb, and you're listening to the best in music and sports with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream the show anytime on iHeartRadio Podcast and at the sportsguyspodcast.com. You can also listen at thwn.org.
Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
And back here on the Backstage Pass with the guys from TilluRide. It's Ron, it's Jesse, it's Cody, it's Deuce out there too as well. And, of course, our friend Johnny Ray here on the Backstage Pass. Of course, that single there. Number one on that TRRR report out there, Beer Don't Care. And I'll tell you, Ron, I never knew a night where it did care. No doubt about it, too, because we've all been there, too. Had those nights where, you forget where you were. You didn't make it home. Like I said, you maybe got in a fight at a bar. I shouldn't say that, nor do we condone that here on the Backstage Pass. But I can tell you this, that nobody was perfect when you got into an argument with somebody. And so this song, I can see why it went number one. It's such a jam for people out there, too. And for all the Texas listeners, if they have not heard it, I encourage them to go download the track right now. Tell us the idea behind this one, Ron, and how this came about.
So Anthony Smith, who is a phenomenal writer out of Nashville, has many number one hits nationally. He's also on the CSAC board and everything else, who is now currently our manager, wrote this song with Chris Young and some other guys, names eluding me. I apologize. I'll get that in a sec. But they wrote it, and we met Anthony in Nashville, and we sat down with him one day for about 4 hours at this place called Red Door in Nashville. And we just all started talking, getting to know each other. I mean, he's got so many people that contact him every day and want to talk to him and, just get him to write music for him, so on and so forth. He just we had a mutual friend, Jen, that knew him very well, and she said, "Just trust me. Sit down with these guys. Just give them a chance. Hear them out for a minute." So he did. He sat down with him. We all talked. We were there about 4 hours, 5 hours, guys. Right? You remember
Yeah.
that?
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Hanging out and doing what we do.
Yeah, and so we just got to know each other, and then a couple of weeks later we were talking on the phone, and then he was like, "Hey, I got a song I think's perfect for you guys. Beer Don't Care," and I'm like, "Yeah, brother." he got to know us real quick. Hovering over target, wow, hit the target. So he listened to the other stuff that we'd already written, that we've been playing for a while, and he's like, "Hey, I got this for you." And so that's enter Beer Don't Care and a couple other songs. So we went to Nashville, did all the recordings and whatnot, and then came back and he said, we're going to do this. And it's like, yeah, let's do this. So we put the song out. Boom. Greg Sachs, our promoter, he looked at it. He goes, "Man, it's a great song." He's like, "What about this song? What about this song? What about this one?" And Anthony, kind of told him, "Hey, listen, let's put this one out first. Trust me, we got more in the cachet over here." So he did put it out. 14 weeks, hit it, and then he's like, "Hey, I got some more stuff for you boys." Like, all right, and hence the next one and the next one. But man, it's been we've been very, very fortunate to have such a powerhouse like Anthony on our side. He is just as much a part of TilluRide now as any of us. As our manager, our guidance. He's the hardest working manager I know. He does stuff most managers don't do. And he's not to mention he's a producer and a writer and a hell of a musician too.
Just a little bit of everything to it. Jack of all trades, no doubt about it. Comes down to it. All right, Deuce, I got to bring you into this one too. This is always a fun time for country music. I love it because not only learning about acts as I've learned about you guys just in the past few weeks too, and just congratulations on the top of that Texas charts, because the music really speaks to the audience out there and resonates with a lot of fans, including the people that I had talked to the other night at the Texas Rice Festival. I was actually talking about you as I went out there to cover the Marty Stewart show, and then just see some of the great talent too. Could see you guys playing a festival like that one day out there and winning, which brings out a crowd. It says something to a lot about it, Deuce, with the great acts that are in country music today. I can't remember maybe a time since 90s country, if that was my favorite era growing up, that it was this hot right now between Texas acts and Nashville recording artists. Talk about just your influences, Deuce, a little bit, and how healthy this industry is right now.
I have a pretty eclectic background in music. I've been playing music my whole life. I've been through gospel, country, the old country, the new country, hip hop, rap, reggae. I have a Zydeco band, which is Louisiana native because that's where I'm from. I did an 80s rock thing for about 5 years. And I've also had a lot of experience with the actual older country market. But Texas country versus the Nashville country thing now, it's kind of all merging, man. It's kind of where we at with the TilluRide project is pretty much a representation of the current industry. Texas country ain't so much Texas country anymore. It's it's kind of with the internet allowing us to gain bigger and better audiences, instead of just Texas. It still has its own market, still has its own radio, and it still has its own area where everything's being broadcasted. There's almost really not a difference. It's good music is kind of what's actually selling, and the ability to bring it from the rock era to where it meets has that little edge, but still has that smoothness where they can dance, and it's not so. You got the hip hop influences. That's pretty much what the guys today, the Jelly Rolls and these guys. So it's just got a lot of eclectic blend. I don't see a separation like before, like with Pat Green and as opposed to Clint Black and those guys in that era.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of, you mentioned acts out there too that are kind of doing their thing, and I love it, man. Live music is something to keep around too. I saw so many people just wearing hats out there, supporting artists and keeping it around, kind of like trying to bring back us for ourselves, like live DJs coming back. When I started in radio, there was always like a live DJ out there doing a show like this and promoting it, and then of course everything becomes syndicated. I guess nothing's wrong with that too, but for me, I always like believing in live music, promote it, put artists out there, have fans learn a lot more about, artists and their background story. And Johnny Ray, give me a little bit about yourself and your connection with the band, because it kind of feels like you guys, really hang out outside of just doing music. There's this band cohesiveness or camaraderie, I feel, right?
Oh, yes, sir, man. Ron is my brother. I mean, everyone, Jesse's my brother, Cody's my brother, Deuce is my brother. But we have such a strong connection as a band, that goes beyond music. Our musical ties and our musical connection is very strong. But even on a personal level, man, these guys are, guys I trust and, I believe in 100%. And they got my back and I got their back, all day. But yeah, man, it's been a blessing, dude, to work with these guys, man. Awesome musicianship, just some amazing talent in the room, man. I can't even begin to tell you the talent these guys have.
Yeah, I love it too. And I love that name out there, TilluRideBand.com. So make sure you guys check them out across all the DSPs out there. We're going to play the one Ron talked about right now here on the Backstage Pass. It's at number 21 on that TRRR report. Make sure you guys check it out if you haven't already. Here it is, the Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com. Guitar in my hand. Every country band's got one. Here it is. They'll give you their rendition of it here on the Backstage Pass. TilluRide here, presented by our friends at Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn Care. Coming right back here. Stay tuned.
Digging ditches, driving nails, or turning wrenches underneath the hood of a car. Cutting grass and trimming hedges, washing windows out on ledges. I do all my work in a bar. I need a guitar in my hand, whiskey on my lips, pouring out my heart, giving all I had to give. When I'm rocking out on stage, I feel like Superman. I like it loud, I like it fast, it ain't hard to understand. I need a guitar in my hand. I bet your mama warned you about those boys that play their music loud. Did daddy say don't date no music man? Well, a pretty thing like you just needs to bring a party boy like me. So girl, they'll just have to understand. I need a guitar in my hand, whiskey on my lips, pouring out my heart, giving all I had to give. When I'm rocking out on stage, I feel like Superman. I like it loud, I like it fast, it ain't hard to understand. Need a guitar in my hand. Get some flat top fender telly, got a Rickenbacker at the rig, and I love to bend them strings. Ain't nothing like the sound when they sing. I need a guitar in my hand, whiskey on my lips, pouring out my heart, giving all I had to give. When I'm rocking out on stage, I feel like Superman. I like it loud, I like it fast, it ain't hard to understand. I need a guitar in my hand. Guitar in my hand.
Hey y'all, this is Nashville recording artist Mary Heather Hickman, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and at the sportsguyspodcast.com. Stream anytime on iHeartRadio podcasts and at a THWN.org.
Is your home or business in need of a fresh look? Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn LLC is more than just pressure washing, providing professional cleaning for homes, commercial buildings, parking lots, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, and so much more, including lawn service and landscaping. Our mission here at Right Flow is to exceed the needs of all our customers while providing all of our services at an affordable rate. We're committed to going above and beyond where the job is done right. Give your property the care it deserves. Call Right Flow today at 409-363-2565 or go to rightflowwashandlawn.com.
Hey guys and gals, this is recording artist Peyton Porter, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream the show anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio Podcast and on thwn.org.
At JK Subaru, we love our cars.
And we love our customers.
We believe in being a positive force
In our community, by being involved and giving back.
Respecting your time every time.
Our promise is a brighter future.
We all do our part to keep our promise to you.
At JK Subaru, we are more than just selling cars.
We are your neighbors, friends, and even family.
More than a car dealer, our people make the difference. JK Subaru at the airport.
Hey guys and girls, this is Australian country artist Hayley Jensen, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream the show anytime on iHeartRadio Podcasts and on thwn.org.
Elevate your next event with Backstage Pass DJ, MC, and announcer services, where unforgettable moments take center stage. We specialize in bringing energy and excitement to a wide range of occasions, including weddings, birthdays, corporate events, school dances, graduations, family reunions, class reunions, anniversaries, engagement parties, bar and bat mitzvahs, office parties, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, conferences, and more. No matter the venue, whether it's a banquet hall, ballroom, conference or convention center, concert hall, outdoor venue, office, community center, barn, or any location of your choosing, our team ensures seamless entertainment tailored to your needs. Let Backstage Pass create the perfect vibe, keep your guests engaged, and turn your celebration into a lasting memory. Book your event with Brandon Morell and Backstage Pass today. Go now to thesportsguyspodcast.com and enhance your next event with Backstage Pass.
Hey y'all, this is Chandler Marie, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. You can listen to on thwn.org and on iHeartRadio Podcasts and anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com.
Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morell.
And back here on the show, Ron, Jesse, Cody, of course, Deuce, and Johnny Ray, known as TilluRide, TilluRideBand.com. That single guitar in my hand is at number 21 across the TRRR report and also the DSPs out there for digital streaming. Back here, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and our friends, THWN.org, iHeartRadio Podcast, and powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com. A great weekend of shows out there. If you guys missed anything, it's on the website out there. Of course, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Bobby Rush, the big tour coming to an end. And, of course, this past weekend, Marty Stewart out there at the Texas Rice Festival in Winnie, Texas. So, Ron, we got to talk about this when you mentioned number 21 and climbing. Put that disclaimer there, too, because it is climbing. Guitar in my hand. Love this arrangement. How did this come together?
Well, we are fortunate again. Mr. Anthony Smith, he goes, I got another one for you. And so he brought this to us, and he goes, I think this is a great idea, something that's going to be fantastic for this band. And, man, he ding, 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 nailed it again. I mean, the essence of who we are as a band is wrapped in that song, as well as we have some beautiful, wonderful ballads as well that we will be releasing here shortly. So we're trying to show everybody all the facets of who TilluRide is. Like, you know, Beer Don't Care is a beer stomping country boy anthem, and then you got Guitar in My Hand, which is a little more edgy, Dirty Red Dirt, and then we've got a couple others coming right after that. It's going to show you that pretty ballad, you know, dance your girl around the dance floor, nice and slow kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's next too coming up there too. As far as, like you said, the the balance coming out too, because you mentioned you got one that's edgy, you got one that's like, and I love it because it's just good Texas country type music, and it's just good music like Deuce was saying. In general, country is country, and if the song is going to deliver out there, no matter who you work with, it's just a great song, and it's going to sit there and resonate with fans. All right, so when not doing music, and I'm going to start with you and kind of go around the horn here too with this one, Ron. What do you like to do for fun and kind of hobbies when not doing music?
Well, I like to play drums. Dude, man, I was a metal drummer for a lot of years, and then rock drummer, and then country. And man, I really do just love playing drums. But I also like to snow ski. I'm a big time snow skier, and I like whiskey. Don't get me wrong, I like whiskey, but I like water too. But that's pretty much that's me. I mean, I try to stay busy all the time. I don't sit well, so here's that.
Jesse, what you got? A little downtime. What do you like to do for fun?
I like to do for fun, go see other bands because live music's awesome, and also I love to fish.
Oh
I go visit my cousin. We'll go out towards the bay out there at Matagorda and try to catch something. It's
I love
a lot
fishing.
of fun.
A lot of fun out there too. And I always say, any bad day at fishing beats any good day at work. That's that old saying too. Cody, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, other than playing guitar, I mean, I'm actually kind of a super nerd, man. I'm a gamer, a collector, and occasionally like going to the beach every year now. I'm just pretty laid back, man. I really don't do anything too interesting. I'm kind of I like to stay in my own place. It's kind of boring, honestly.
A little solitude.
I do this.
I like the gamer part because
I'm yawning as we speak.
Dude, I'm like, I'm out all the time, and so getting that solace of just nothingness is great.
Johnny Ray, what about you, man?
Cherish it very much. I twiddle my thumbs for fun.
Twiddle your thumbs for fun. What you got, Johnny?
Man, what can I say, dude? Man, other than music, brother, shoot, I smoke and I drink. I like going to see other bands. I really like seeing other bands play. Live music's real cool. And other than that, man, just being around my family, being around my friends, dude. That's about it.
Yeah, hanging out too. Deuce, you right up there with them too? A little smoking, a little drinking. What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, well, definitely 420 friendly all day, every day. That's kind of just what I do. I'm kind of with Cody. I'm a nerd. Science is at the top of my thing. I can listen to a lecture all day, about a bunch of conspiracies, things are true, not true. But ultimately, I like to build. I'm a builder. I like houses and anything that needs to be constructed. I'm all about building.
I love that too. All right, so we've had a lot of good movies come out this year in 2025, and I guess we'll do kind of a two-parter here. Your favorite movie of 2025 so far, and Ron, I'll start here with you. And then you got to tell me if you're a DC or a Marvel guy.
Well, I could say Marvel. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen a movie this year.
Either.
Man, we've been it music-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I've watched a couple of series.
That'll work. That qualifies.
I'll catch a show here and there. I like that Navy SEAL show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Warzone.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Other than that, it's like, honestly, man, I'm guilty of not actually seeing it. But I can tell you all about music.
That's good. Hey, I'm right there with you too. I just like to have a little fun with them too, and it could be a series too. I throw it out there too. Jesse, what you got? As far as movies or Marvel, DC guy? What do you got?
Well, I'm a Batman fan.
There you go.
But I do love Marvel stuff. At least like I get into the animated stuff or the cartoon stuff that's coming out in series. Right now they got a Marvel Zombie I just watched, and I really like that one. That was pretty good. At the movie theaters, I can't remember. I went to the movies, but I just can't remember what movies we wanted to go see. I know one of them was a Marvel one. Oh, you know what? I went to go see the Superman movie. That one was a pretty good one. I enjoyed that one.
That's pretty good too. I know for me, my wife's into the my daughter got into the the Wicked series, which has kind of been a cool thing over this past year. And I, it took me a while to kind of warm up to it, but of course I like music, so get to watch a movie that sings the entire time, Cody. I mean, for me, when I started first watching it, I was like, well, let me just try to attempt myself to watch a little bit more of this. I kind of got into it after a while, like the second time or whatever, but I'm now tempted to see, since I've not seen the Broadway play, I want to see like the ending of it. So it's kind of weird. But then I'm like, Jesse, you put on Batman for me, and Batman overdoes these musicals any day. But hey, look, I commend people that can tell a story out there too at the same time. Like that was the best one I saw for 2024 and leading into this year, because you're right, it's all streaming now. It's like music, we don't get out very much because, being parents and stuff like that. But when we do, I mean, it's always nice to catch a good series or something. All right, you mentioned Cody kind of being in that area of you mentioned using that term nerdy, but it's one of those things where you look down to it. Marvel, DC, and what good movies or series do you like?
All right. Favorite movie this year was the Superman movie, and I did see Fantastic Four. Was not impressed by it, but the Superman movie was very good. I liked that, but bring back the Snyderverse. You can argue me on that, but Snyder, great. But
yeah, it was a good
movie.
That one was a good one.
It was a good one. It kind of brought the Superman back to a lighter realm. I liked that it wasn't as dark, but it was good. Now, Marvel is where I go. Venom and Deadpool, my favorite too. I don't like the main characters. I kind of like those sub anti-heroes that are, they're lethal. they're lethal.
I'm waiting for a good Star Wars movie to come out. That's what I'm waiting for.
Dude, I'm waiting for that. Dude, all my Star Wars tattoos. I got Darth Maul right here. Come on, man. Give me a good Star Wars movie.
You guys
have another one. Yeah, we need another Star Wars.
We need a good one.
They clearly need to work on their instruments more.
Play some Star Wars music. I like that. All right, Johnny Ray, what you got? Good movies or series you're getting into? Marvel, DC, what do you like?
And dude, hands down, best movie of 2025 was that Sinners movie, bro. Dude,
oh yeah,
it was good. Yeah.
I was at the end of it. You had Eric Gale's guitar in it, man. I was in the theaters. My girl was like having to shut my ass up, dude, because I was like, that's Eric Gale's. I like he has that Stevie Ray Vaughan tone, like it when you hear it, So I was freaking out, man. You had Kingfish. He was in the movie. It was a badass musical movie, man, and it had vampires. It had everything in it, dude. It was crazy.
That was a good one too. All right, Deuce, what you got? You'll finish with this one. DC, Marvel.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Johnny on that one. That was the only one I actually seen myself was the Sinners, but I'm kind of with Ron, man. I hadn't had any time to watch anything, or it's really, man, mostly music. And if it ain't the music, if I ain't building something, it's my fam. They taking it. So between the family and the highway time, I don't really have a lot of time to watch anything.
We're gonna go to the movies, Deuce.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm ever binge watching anything, it's something brainless, like The Office or How I Met Your Mother.
No, two classic series.
just something I could be like, that was good.
And I know for me, like I said, I'll get into my football, man. I love sports when it comes down to it too. And I tell you what, that's we got to have you guys back and just do a sports show from next time. Like talk a little football.
Football, brother. College football all day.
I'll look like I don't know anything about that, but baseball.
I know. I'm boxing and MMA. That's my.
There you go.
All right. I can dig that too. That ESPN thing out there is kind of cool. I love that one too at the same time. So it's always good. Well, I tell you what, the music is great. It's TilluRideBand.com. Make sure you guys go check it out for all the tour dates. Get some merch out there too when you guys get a chance. And of course, keep these guys on your radar. Powerhouses in Texas, country music out there from a band standpoint too. And the two singles across all the DSPs and available for streaming online out there and at TilluRideBand.com. Ron, Jesse, Cody, Deuce, Johnny, we appreciate the time today as always, man. Hope you had a great time and would love to showcase more music coming out here on the Backstage Pass. We sure appreciate you guys for joining us.
Thank
Sounds
you, bro.
good, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got it. The best out there too, TilluRideBand.com. Of course, we're back with more great shows thanks to all the work the sponsors do and our friends over at the SportsGuysPodcast.com, and of course out there, THWN.org, iHeartRadio Podcast, and of course, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. We teach you about bands every time, and of course about solo artists here on the Backstage Pass. It's a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. We'll talk to you soon. Until then, God bless. Take care.
Hey y'all, this is Billy Joe Jones, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and anytime at the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Listen on iHeartRadio podcast at thwn.org.